Welcome everybody, I hope you're doing well. Today I would like to show you an immortal game. It has a specific name, but I can't tell you the name yet because otherwise it would be a spoiler. So let's get to it. Before we begin though, I would like to read out a comment to you and ask a question. So first a comment, and a question is also connected to a comment. So Brigadier says, please continue with the lessons. We're fed up with YouTubers filming themselves playing Blitz. Your content is by far the best in the last couple of months. Not really sure what made you change your mind and you started to be so active with this amazing content. Well, that's a huge compliment. Thanks a lot, Brigadier. And also connect to this is my question and the survey which you find under this video. I would like to know which content you like best, whether this is game analysis, endgame videos, Blitz videos. After all, even though we know that Brigadier is not a fan, I would like to know, so please let me know in the survey so that I can make the content that is interesting to most of you. Alright, let's get to the game. And it is a very old game. It was played in 1872 between Hamppe and Philipp Meitner. And back then, you might know already, they played a different kind of chess, and we'll see this in a moment. Knight c3, bishop c5, and already here, slightly unusual move, knight to a4, going after his bishop. This could be a useful move if the bishop doesn't have a good way to retreat, and you could exchange the bishop, then it's actually a common motive in the open games. But here, of course, the bishop could go to many places to not be exchanged. However, black chooses bishop takes f2 check, which is, in fact, a very reasonable move. As surprising as this may look, just to sacrifice a piece like this, but the black queen comes to h4 check, and here white cannot play his typical defensive move g3. Because of the queen takes e4, black already attacks two pieces, the knight on a4 a little bit badly placed here, and black would regain material. So white goes for king e3. He's very brave, brings the king forward. Now queen f4 check, king to d3, of course, and d5. Black wants to open up the position, get more pieces into the game, and threatens to take on e4 check. Here, well, e takes d5 does not make sense. Black just picks up the piece, and he's doing very well. Queen e1 would be a good move to defend the e4 pawn nonetheless. This is certainly a dangerous position for white to play in a practical game, even though objectively it should be run equal. Anyway, white decided to run away with the king, king to c3, and here probably black should go d4 check, and then queen takes e4 next, and he has beautiful compensation for the piece, but still quite an unclear position. Black decided to take the pawn right away, and here and also the next move, white could have played d4. d4 would be a smart move here to get the queen into the game to block this fourth rank. For example, e takes d4 check, queen takes d4, queen e1 check. Now black gets back material, but on the other hand, white develops his pieces, knight f3, threatening bishop b5 check, and winning the queen. There's also queen takes g7 in the air, so this is actually a turnaround and white would be better here. So d4 was a good move. White chose king to b3, also makes sense, guarding the knight on a4, and knight a6 played. This obviously threatens checkmate. Once again, d4 would be a good move here to stop that, but white chose another reasonable move, a3, defending against the checkmate and also allowing the king to escape later on. And you'd probably not expect what black did here. A normal move would be made to go d4, to play bishop e6, white can go king a2, bishop d7. Still, good compensation for black, unclear game, but white is probably better. But black made a very bold decision here. And what is so surprising to me is that it's not that bad of a decision objectively. Even today in the age of computers, you would not say that this is a losing move or a completely crazy move objectively. But it's very bold. He sacrificed the queen against the knight on a4. And look at the engine bar. It goes all the way in white's favor, but this is only because the engine doesn't realize it yet, how strong the sacrifice actually is. And you have to give it some time for it to finally come to a conclusion that this is not clear at all. This is not completely winning for white. And we'll see why. Knight c5 check, king b4. And actually king b4 after this move, even though the engine bar shows completely winning for white, the position is already not winning anymore. Or it was never winning, to be honest. Here already black can secure a draw. White's only way for an advantage was to play king b5. Now knight to e7. And he has to find a sequence of good moves here. c4, d4. And now white can take on c5. The king, of course, still up in the open, still has to make sure it doesn't get checkmate with b6 and bishop d7 now. But white is in time here to give up the queen against the pawn just to free his king. So the king can come back. And white is still up a piece here, but not that clear because the king is still in a little bit of trouble. And black, after all, has, well, only one pawn. So it's kind of confusing to me that the computer doesn't give more of an advantage. But because black's better developed, there's still some tricks in the position. Not that clear, even though white is clearly better. Anyway, after king b4, which was played, it's also a little bit more logical to play king b5. Very brave move. Black played a5 check, giving another piece. King takes c5 or king c3, then there's d4 check, king c4 and b6, and black cannot do anything against this perpetual. So let's say knight f3, bishop e6, and oh, now I made a mistake. It seems like now I'm even losing. So we should do something else like b4. Okay, check, bishop d7, and it's a draw. Alright, so white took on c5. Now knight e7 just calmly developing. But there's the threat of b6 check, king b5 and bishop d7 checkmate. So white actually has to find an only move here to defend against. He plays bishop b5 check. King d8, of course, there's still a threat mate. The threat of mate on b6. So what does white have to do here? Question to you guys. Let's make this interactive. What does white have to do to defend against this checkmate? Not many options. Can you see it? Bishop to c6. So now after b6, white can go to b5. b6 was played, king to b5. And now knight takes c6. And here, finally, the computer realizes it's a draw, right? Finally, the engine bar goes down. Yes. Okay, king takes c6. Otherwise, it's knight d4, check. Okay, and this is the important moment. Maybe that's what the computer missed here. So what did black do now? First looks pretty bad, right? White is threatening to escape via d5. What can you do? So another question for you guys. Stop the video if you want to. Alright, bishop b7. Ah, just gorgeous. Another sacrifice, but this one white should not accept. If he takes this one as well, he loses because of the king d7. White can give one more check. King goes to d6, and you're not going to stop rook b8 for long. You can give up your queen, but then that's it, and the king will be checkmated. So just to play this out, this is a checkmate with the two rooks. Beautiful. White saw that, so he played the king back to b5, but now the white king cannot escape the perpetual check. If he goes to a4, that would be a mistake due to bishop c4 and no way to stop b5 checkmate. So the king came back to c6 and bishop b7 check, and here a draw was agreed. Both sides cannot avoid the perpetual of the repetition of moves. So can you guess what the title of this game is? The Immortal Draw, of course. And I want to show you guys because I quite like these romantic games from the 19th century. They're just fun to play through, fun to analyze, and here I was also surprised with the quality of the game. It was really high. It was really high. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and please let me know what you think in the survey of my content, and then I'll see you again very soon. Bye bye.